This is General Hand Grenade. Welcome to my war room in Prince George, British Columbia. So we're in the spring of 1917. Just looking here. Yep, spring of 1917. And it's the Japanese turn. But before we get there, we're just going to go back a bit to the German turn. So on Germany's turn, Germany came down here with a sub and they forced the port and they took out the 3 transports, and that was totally within the rules. But we're not really happy with that. Sure, I was thrilled to be able to do that, but my goal in this game isn't to win the game, it's to make the game better. That's what you do playtesting for, and that's what this is. We're doing a very public playtest, and it's been going really well. Getting lots of good feedback from the guys, and you guys that comment on videos. There hasn't been many, but when you do, and if we happen to read those comments, then we talk about those things and we think about them. But anyway, one thing that it never really sat well with me, and that was auto killing of transports. It just, transports aren't just going to sit there and let you shoot them, right? Like you're chasing one down and the other one's escaping or whatever, right? So, but that's the way it is in this game because that's the way it was always done, right? But we have a chance to change that if we want to, and we're going to. At least we're going to try it anyway. We've actually changed quite a few things while we were playing this game. And it wouldn't be fair for us to change it after I did that, although I would have done something a little different anyway. But you can't just let me kill 3 transports and say, okay, no, nobody else can do it. New rule. That's not really fair, right? But I probably would have taken 2 subs in if I would have known that we were going to change it. So we're just going to go back to where they've finished forcing the port. Now, what's going to happen is the sub has 3 rounds of combat because it's in the spring, right? And so they're going to get 3 shots at those 3 subs, 1 shot per round. If I had 2 subs there, they'd get 2 shots per round. If you had 2 whole navies against each other, like 2 massive navies, and they had, say, 5 transports each in them, then you would roll for that whole battle, and then you get to the end of it, say one side defeats the other and they had 2 extra kills, well, that's 2 transports off. And if there's another round after that, well, then all the surviving ships just get to shoot at the transports. But if you got to the end of it, you've seen this happen lots, where you're just praying that you get that last hit and you save your guys so that you can kill whatever transports is there. Well, if that's all you got was the last hit on the combat ship and you've got no more shots left, then those transports are not going to die. What'll happen is the transports will escape, so they can't just stay there, right? They'll have to leave. In this case, in a port though, it'll be the sub that has to leave because the sub can't stay in the port if he doesn't own the land zone. So, but normally, if this was out in the sea zone, then the sub would go in and he'd get whatever shots he has, and then any transports left would have to go 1 space away. And if there's no way you can do that, if I think, let's see what you can see here. So if there was German ships here and the transports were here, and then I went in and attacked them, and there was also something here and there was no place for them to go, well, then they'd have to die, wouldn't they? You can't just oh no, he gets to transport, but like in Star Trek, you can't do that, eh? So if the transports have a route to escape from in an adjacent sea zone, then they can go. Anyway, having said all that, let's get to rolling. I get 3 shots against those 3 transports before we get on with the Japanese turn. So I just happen to have 3 dice right here. 3 at 3. My sub shots. Go, buddies. And I got 1 hit. So 2 transports are saved. There you go, Bob. Happy birthday. I don't know when your birthday is, but I'm not getting you any on that day. So I just gave you 2 transports for your birthday. So we got to put the import marker back on there. All right. Now let's get to the Japanese turn. Okay, technology. I am going to go for improved construction. And that's a miss. Alrighty then. Oh geez, I didn't mark out my attacks. Oh well. I'm just gonna have to live with it, I guess. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come out of port and try to sweep that mine out of there. And I'm also going to come up here with one of the subs. So 1, 2. So if this guy wants, if that sub wants to engage with the destroyer, then the sub is going to get a shot at him. If the sub doesn't decide to take a shot at the destroyer, then like the sub would have come up there for nothing. And then down south there, let me just see if I can go down there. Okay, so this sub's going to come out and go to this C zone here. That's C zone P50. And he's declaring war on whoever he needs to raid that convoy line. Looks like there's French there, there's British there. So whoever he takes money off of, that's who he's declared war on. There you go. Or maybe I've declared war on both of them just by raiding in that line. I'm not sure. Probably. So anyway, that's what I'm doing for a combat move. 2 combat moves, and that's all I'm doing. Ooh, this thing, I forgot to take it off. Or take it out. I took it off, but not out. The coastal gun. Okay, let's go back to the rolling tray. And, geez, do you think I should do that with that sub? You know what? I'm not going to do that. Because then he'll just decline it. Decline combat. Okay, I'm going to go down there with both subs to do that raiding down there. Yeah, they'll get shots on me down there anyway, so. Okay. Let's see. So the blue one is at 4, the red one is at 2. So the blue is the, I guess I should ask Bob then. Well, I guess he might as well take the shot now, should he's getting it for free. I don't want to use that though, so let me just see here. The coastal sub defends it too. I'll use a green one. The green one is going to be the American sub. I can't shoot him, but he can shoot me. So he might as well take the shot, right? Okay, here we go. And he kills the mine, and the other 2 guys miss. And so that's about the most I could hope for there. Cool. All right. So, now, let's see, convoy rating. So the black is the attacker, the red is the defender, and both the French and the British have Q ships. So those dice are at 1. Okay, here we go. Okay, so that is unsuccessful. And no shot, they did not hit me. Oh, wait a minute. That is successful. I forgot, I'm +2. So that's 1 for me. Let's just mark that. Okay, here we go. Silly me. Here we go. Come on, let's do better. Okay. And we did not do better. So another 1. Okay. Well, at least he didn't shoot me anyway. So let me go down there and see what I'm doing here. Okay. Let's see here. 1 for France, 3 for Britain. Over here we have 2 for Britain. Let's take off 1 for France and 1 for Britain on the Indian Ocean line. Oh, that should be a 1. So 1 for each of those guys. And you know what, I can reach better from here, so I'm just going to finish off here. I'm going to go ahead and assume that Bob would not shoot because, oh, that's, I can't move those up there. There's no major port here. Okay. 1, 2. Huh. I don't like that. You know what? They're going to go here. There's a little channel in here. So they're going to go into this C zone over here. The 2 pre-dreads. That guy's off too. And then these 2 guys are going to go up here and into port. That's the battle cruiser and the transport have gone to C zone P15 where there's no mine anymore. And they're going in port in Kyushu. I guess I could have told you what I bought, couldn't I? So I had $16 and he convoyed me for 4, so that left me with 12. And so what I've decided to buy is a seaplane and a colonial infantry, and I'm going to save 4 IPP. So the colonial infantry is going to go to the Philippines, and the seaplane is going to go to, let's go to Kyushu. What do they have? $4. You know what? Let's put a militia there as well. Just in case he decides he wants to come up there with his... Oh, he doesn't have any transports there. Not a single transport. Okay, I'm not going to worry about it then. I'm going to save the $4 then. All right. One more thing to do then. The Japanese are at 15 IPP and wartime economy roll. The Japanese and the Italian only get 1 die each. 3. So that's 18 IPP. I'll give them 2 here and take 20. So I have 22 IPP in the bank. Oh. There we go. And, okay. So, disposition. In C Zone P50, I've got 2 pre-dreads and 2 submarines. In the Philippines, I have 2 naval infantry, a colonial, and militia. In Formosa militia, Okinawa militia. In Kyushu, there's a militia, 3 infantry, and a seaplane, plus a battle cruiser and a transport in port. In C Zone P15, also in P15, not in port, is the destroyer. In Honshu is 2 militia and an infantry. In Tokyo is 3 infantry, a commander, artillery, 2 militia. In Hokkaido is a militia. And, well, I forgot, I got to do something with these guys. So Russia collapsed. I don't know if you've seen the last video. So I have to leave 1 unit there. We will just leave. We'll leave that colonial infantry there. And we'll move everybody else down here. Oh, wait a minute. I can't move this turn. They have to remain in here till the end of this turn. Okay. No problem. I forgot the Central Powers have to stay in Russia until the end of this turn because the Russians just didn't believe that that we were going to continue the war with them. No, we're having a revolution here. Leave us alone. No, you must surrender. So that's the way it is. Anyway, thanks for joining me. Take care, everyone. General Hand Grenade out.